Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Panzer Corps playing the Grand Campaign. 1940, last three missions were here at Rheims, and we, I believe, have to cross some rivers here, and that's going to be a pretty tough one, this one I think. I do remember barely making it the first time I played this. Just June 9th, 1940. Greetings once again, Herr General. Herr General. I trust that you and your men are ready for now that your week's rest has ended, yeah? I saw this and I immediately had to think about, German, Herr General, but it's General. So weird. Although France's allies have fled the continent or surrendered, the French foolishly continue to resist. They have reorganized their surviving forces and are attempting to form a new line on the Somme and Aisne rivers. You have been tasked to breach this final line of defense. The French are nearing the very end of their reserves, but they are not depleted yet, so you should still be prepared to encounter serious resistance and well-coordinated counterattacks from the direction of Vouziers. Good luck, Herr General. Yeah, I will need that one. Let's go to the deployment screen. And okay, pretty good. I'm gonna keep that one, and I'm gonna make that the third part of Infantry Regiment Großdeutschland. So I guess we're complete then. Yeah, complete for 1940. I have the SE units that I want, and in 1941 I can get a Panzer IV with that. When I change this to the Infantry Division Großdeutschland, so it will become the Motorized Division Großdeutschland, and I can actually get some Panzer IVs on them, because I do remember that they had Panzer IV, so I can get a Panzer IV in 1941. Then in 1942 I can get a second Panzer IV, and I believe then in 1943 I can get a Tiger and switch up one of the Panzer IVs to the Panther D when that becomes available, if that's even possible with the SE units. I don't remember whether that's actually the case. It might be that that's possible, but I don't remember 100% surely. Right, let's go for repairs. So I think we're on the good side here. Hardly any repairs after last time. And I can probably go full out regulars. Would be a shame to get these guys below 2 stars, though. I'm gonna think about that. But I think 41 prestige. Yeah, you're getting elites, definitely. I need any bit of prestige I can get on the anti-tank guns. I will give you regulars though, even remain above 2 stars. Nice. Same for you. And the bomber. So I guess there was you. I'm gonna go for elites here. Keep them above 2 stars. It's an elite unit. I actually wouldn't mind keeping these above 3 stars for now. Like having these guys be some elite infantry at the moment, and yeah, especially like this, it's looking pretty good, and I get to sell the Matilda anyway. Yeah, I'm not gonna use that, so let's disband it. Almost 400 prestige for that one. Pretty nice. All right, very big map here, and not that much time. This is gonna be challenging. Let's talk strategy. Probably this is gonna be the first mission where I actually get to deploy both Panzer Divisions. So let's see how that works out, because we do have 24 units to deploy here. That's one more than before, and I think I can cut my units in half if I divide them in such a way that each sort of unit is represented equally. So out of the 4 tanks, I would want to deploy 2. Out of the 4 infantry, I would also want to deploy 2, etc., etc. But then for deploying 2 of these divisions, I do want to have at least 1 recon and 1 towed anti-tank gun, for example, to represent at least the fact that they had those. As for my strategy for this mission, the offensive is going to come from Fouzier down here. So I'm going to have the 1st Panzer Division up in here that will fight its way to the Ain River and try to beat the counteroffensive there, either on this side or on this side of the river, depending what works. I will have to improvise on that. And I'm going to assume that on the rest of the map, the enemy is going to be pretty passive. So I'm going to have the 7th Panzer Division on this side, try to take as many hexes as possible. Basically, taking everything on the western part of the map, really. So you can almost kind of like divide it here. And maybe also here. So on this side of the last sweep river, they're gonna move through there. They're also gonna take these 2 probably, but because this seems to be a big choke point, so I really want to go through this way and take it from the back, because if I move in here, I can easily move up here, and then also take this. That seems to be a good approach. So let's get started on deploying. For the 7th Panzer Division, there are 2 cities that I can probably take pretty easily. Let's get Olodir first. So I can only have artillery backup with Olodir here. And you have to deploy the 78th Schützen Regiment, or Artillery Regiment, not Schützen Regiment, that's the infantry. And a U here. Let's rename the SE infantry after the 3rd Battalion of the Infantry Regiment Großdeutschland, and the Großdeutschland Infantry Regiment should now be complete. That's great. So besides that, I do want to deploy let's just call them the recon tank. So I don't need a recon up here, but I will then deploy at least the recon for the 1st Panzer Division, which is Aufklärungsabteilung 37. If I'm not mistaken. No, it's 4. Right, I keep mixing those up. The biggest problem is that, yeah, the 1st Panzer Division has they have Panzerjäger Abteilung 37. They have Pioneer Battalion 37. But Recon, or the Aufklärungsabteilung number 4, and then the 7th Panzer Division has Aufklärungsabteilung 37. So it's very confusing because the 1st Panzer Division has this as an anti-tank and as a pioneer unit. And then the 7th Panzer Division has the recon with the same number. I'm going to replace that later, but just to make sure I already got that. Same for the anti-tank gun, which I'm going to deploy out here. 88s as well. Let's also deploy 3 fighters already. Yeah. 2, 3. I need more air force to deal with the counteroffensive, whereas I kind of only need this bomber here. So let's deploy 2 Stukas out here. And also you. Okay, so that's the Air Force. Now for this mission it's probably going to be, yeah, it is going to be critical to take this here airfield. Because the only other airfields are down here. So if I don't take this airfield and I'm battling here, I have to go back and forth constantly, and that's a really long distance. Like if I were to have a Stuka, it could go here or it has to go back. For this bomber, it has to go here, and then it has to go back, otherwise it'll be out of fuel. So really taking this is going to be critical. And from this airfield and the city, then we can make the push further south. But this airfield really seems to be the pivotal point, or this city seems to be the pivotal point of this map, from which basically your base of operations can expand further south. And otherwise, I think you're going to keep struggling. So let's continue here. Now that I've deployed the Air Force, definitely going to take a Panzer II to represent the Panzers. I'm going to deploy the Pioneers on this side. So it's going to be Pioneer Battalion 37. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be able to deploy at least 2 more units. Let's see what they could be. Definitely no more tanks. I might... yeah, let's also deploy... I'll be getting a lot of infantry over here. So... maybe let's just only deploy the 7th Schützen Regiment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And just leave this. I mean, they don't need that many units. You know, they're just quickly going to take these cities and move on. Whereas these guys, they probably need a lot more, because they're going to deal with the heavy counterattack. So this is going to be the 73rd Artillery Regiment. I need at least the artillery here so it can shell and move on. Then you to attack. And let's just put an infantry in there too. I'm gonna deploy a Panzer IV and the Panzer... I could go for the Panzer III. I just kind of feel like we might need it on this mission. Like in a mission such as Dijon. Nah, let's deploy the Panzer II. Like, I don't think it's representative to only deploy the stronger Panzers. I think we should have a mix of one weaker and one stronger one. Definitely. And these guys don't have a hero. So I think that works out better. Definitely deploying you there. With 2 heavies and 2 regular infantry, I think we're already fine. I don't need to deploy this guy. So I've deployed my tanks. Need to deploy 1 more artillery. And actually, what I can do here is already lay a trap for the enemy and do that. Let's see, one more unit, that's an infantry. Do that by moving this guy down here. It can be seen by whatever unit is here. I will have artillery backup. I will have the anti-aircraft gun close by. And I can immediately put a fighter trap. So that's it. And let's get started. Cloudy weather, huh? That's not too great. Nothing I can do though. Okay. Right. So yeah. So there's no way for me to finish that off. They'll always be able to bomb this. And the only way for me to put a trap on there is if they go here, then they might have a vision of 2. Try to attack the artillery. So I'm placing that there. Alright, definitely preparing for an attack on this. So yeah, if they're here, they're in an excellent position to go both here and here. Alright. Yeah, basically I'm working on the premise that the enemy will only put up some counteroffensives in the place near where the statement said they were going to counterattack, so at Fougier. And nowhere else. Because if they do, I'll be in trouble. Let's just call it like that. Okay, that's slightly problematic. And with slightly, I mean actually pretty problematic because it's cloudy weather. 1, 1, 2, okay. So the question now is, do I want to... let's attack here. Seven times 5% chance. And you wouldn't kill it? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't... I guess I have no choice here. Yeah. Figured as much. Oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That's great game. That's an excellent start. Alright, let's perform my master plan to trap the enemy. And Alright, let's just make sure that we're well protected. So because of this, I can't really do a whole lot of scouting. And to keep these units protected, I'm going to use the anti-aircraft cannon. So if they're going to try and bomb here, which is unlikely, they might still try at the Panzerjäger. Like the biggest problem is something like this. Okay, vision of 1. Nothing left. Okay. Wow. Ugh. Well. Okay. Okay, so my best bet, actually. Oh, you can reach that without any trouble? Okay. Oh yeah, they're not gonna retreat. Well, you can't reach that, so what are the odds? 22%. Well, naturally. I can still do it if I finish this off. Now I have 2 bombers, so I should be okay here. This is a bit silly, but whatever. What other choice do I have? Alright, let's see if there's something on this side. Yes, there is. Vision of 1. So you're just gonna take that. I'll see how I'm gonna move down though. First of all, I have some enemy aircraft to deal with. Now, to be fair, I done messed that up, actually. But let's just see whether I can also salvage it. Well, probably not now. Like, I have at least a chance. Yeah. So now I could have the opportunity to either destroy the bomber or attack this. And if I attack this, both are going to be repaired. The question is, how much do I care about that? I guess because if I had moved these guys down, attacked the middle one, and destroyed that, I'm actually fairly certain I would have been able to destroy 2 units. What are my odds here? So they actually have 11 times 9% chance. I think that's way too much. Like, I have the potential to take 2 to 3 damage here. Well, at least I didn't take damage here. With luck, these guys will try to attack here. Otherwise, well, I'll have to see. But for sure bombing you. Shelling them. What's the vision on that POTAS? 2 as well. Alright, so if I do it with the recon, this is probably better, yeah. Okay. They're not gonna retreat anyway, so not very favored in these attacks today, unfortunately. They are giving me quite a bit of misery. Right, I will allow the enemy the opportunity to attack this on my open flank. Moving it in here is a bit much. Well, I think putting the tank here then is fine. And I'll just cover it up like this. And that's not the prettiest I've ever seen, but I guess it should work just fine. Yeah. Alright, so we still have these to deal with. I'm just gonna take the city with the tank, because I probably don't need it right now. And you have vision of 1. So just moving in here, I get to destroy it on the next turn. Meanwhile, didn't make use of the bomber. I'll leave it there. You have 2 vision. So let's do it like this. Oh. What's left? Both going back, huh? Well, again, these guys aren't retreating, so what I'll do is attack, shell, and destroy. Two hexes away, and let's move you along the road because that's faster. And again, they shouldn't be seen. And if I get onto this hex, yeah, I've no infantry that can do that right now. So if they have something here, I don't want my unit to be seen. So putting the artillery in here allows me to protect whatever I put onto this hex on the next turn. So that should be good. And those guys are retreating right now. That's pretty poor attack. Kinda hope to be suppressing them a bit more, but I guess not. So 1, 2, guess moving in here and in here. Kinda need to spot what they have in the city. 1, 2, 3, that shows, yeah, but then I might have vision 2, so moving here is probably good. And then I can reveal what's there on the next turn. Now, again, I have the opportunity to let whatever enemy go after the bridge pioneer just by showing it off like this. And then let's get the anti-aircraft gun in there, because if it's a tank, then I can attack it immediately. So 1, 2, I'm gonna I guess try something similar on this side, but I'll just block it right now with these guys. So they're looking pretty good. I mean, otherwise I would be unprotected and that would be too much of a risk. So they went away on their turn. They're gonna repair so I can get back the fighter. And if they have anti-air, they're gonna have it here. So they're gonna have a range of 1, 1, 2 or 1, 1, 2. So if I move in here, I should be able to see what's in the first hex of the city. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, yeah. Or they have vision of... Huh? Oh yeah, it's cloudy. My bad. My bad. 1, 1, 1, 2. Well. Okay. Didn't quite get there yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing can see me here. Okay, so this is empty. So moving in here allows me to see everything. And then you guys can already move further down. That's probably better, and the tanks can follow up. Yeah, sure. Alright. It's practically empty. Okay. Anyway. Nothing there. 1, 2, 3. Only problem is that I can't really cross the river effectively already on the next turn. That's actually unfortunate. Like, 1, 2, 3. Okay, he can attack. It's not a big deal then. Right, let's move you first. Yeah, if I can attack with all the deer, it doesn't hurt so much. Alright, there's no way they're gonna go for the Panzer IV like this. They're gonna go for these guys. And I already have my ambush waiting. My biggest... I would like to attack here, but soaking up that damage is just terrible. Maybe I should just wait one turn and attack with the Grenadiers, but I kind of feel like they're gonna take the damage too. Yeah. So... yeah, let's trap him into attacking the Panzerjäger. Yeah. So the enemy fighter and bomber probably repaired themselves on this turn. So I definitely want to put out new fighter traps just in case. And I'm gonna keep the bombers close. Nothing else can be seen here, so they're undoubtedly gonna go for those targets if they get the chance. But I want to put special emphasis on protecting the anti-aircraft gun. Oh wow. Yeah, I guess they're attacking there then. They didn't even try to attack the bridge pioneers. Huh. Well, it's at 2 stars now. At least almost. I guess you could call that a win. To pull you back or not? I can get it here. It shouldn't be seen then. Oh, this is even empty? Wow. Alright. Don't know why the enemy air force did not show up though. One thing that also counts for the enemy, well, they have more airfields here, but their airfields, if I take this, are also fairly limited, and they can only go to either of these two. So that's something to keep in mind as well. But for now, I'm quite happy to go through here that quickly. Now, I have 2 options here. I can either go up here, try to link up with these guys, let them move through here, and then assault the city from the top. Or I could go down here first and then try to take this city from here and then move my way back up. But I think that's double duty when it comes to movement, because we're already very close to this. So it might be better to just try that. Alright, let's see what this does though. So I rather feel I need to use anti-aircraft on these and then potentially shell those guys there. Yeah. So I probably don't get any backswing. No. Shell these. Well, I'll push them out in here. And I can still destroy them afterwards. And the great thing about that is it sets up another trap for whatever unit is going to try and attack this poor lonesome anti-tank gun, which is completely unprotected, of course, because they can see it here. Yeah. Wow. That was an amazing attack. Let's see if I take the damage. I'm calling on 1 damage. No, I didn't get it now. Alright. My patience paid off. So 1, 2, definitely going out here, scouting the area. Alright, alright. Let's go out here. It's just probably the fastest route. And this is exactly where having that middle airfield comes in super handy. Because now I cannot reach anything anymore with this thing. Like it's out of range of what's down here. So I seriously... Okay, what I'm gonna do here is... these have a vision of 2, so even if I'm moving in here, the same kind of trick applies, that they might go for this. The only difference now is that the bridge pioneers are exposed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah. Well, too bad, I guess. Yeah. But they might try to attack this anyhow, because attacking a Panzerjäger without protection, like, these are more expensive. So maybe they'd go for it. Fighter, moving you back. Fighter. And moving these guys closer so they get to attack within a reasonable time frame. Yeah, so I kind of just have to move it now in a position where, you know, it's useless. Just like this infantry for this turn. Alright. Still went for this. I would like to see those odds. Oh, wow. Actually, they had a never mind. That's some crazy bridge pioneer. What the? How does the cavalry only have 21%? They have 4 soft attack, and mine has 2. How can the bridge pioneers deal so much more Like, it's not that they just deal more damage, they just had a much higher chance to deal base damage based on the poor defense of the cavalry, which is ground defense 3, whereas my effective defense is 9. 8 plus 1 from the bonus. Oh wow, that is crazy. So I got a nice hit there on Colonel Jean-Jacques. Got butchered there. Well, attacking here in one go might be a bit over the top. And I need to consolidate. So let's see. One, 2. But what if their air force is there? Say that they... Anyway, I'll try to stay as much on this side as possible. They do have a vision of 1, right? Like, if their fighter is here, because they had some air units that didn't show up. So if say that there's a fighter is here, then they can still see everything that's on this route. And then what would happen is that fighter would try to go and attack here. Or something else. And they'd be like, oh hey, there are also these 2 artillery targets. And that would be quite problematic. So you can get in there regardless. I think putting him here is maybe too risky, because if they have also something else here, that would be real bad. So let's actually just give them supplies then. And with the tank and Olidier, I might not need that here anyhow. Especially if I'm gonna bomb there as well. But I might or might not do that. Either way, do I even need to spend that? Yeah, kinda do. They've been mauled already. Even, well, I'm not gonna give them replacements yet, but... Okay. This might or might not work. It's not gonna retreat, but I don't like having a unit on the bridge hex, so... Man, like I said, it's not my day for these nicks. Okay, but it is my day for scouting out enemy airplanes. Now that is what I call extremely lucky. Whoop. Well, do I... Can you reach them? Oh, yes. Yes, sirree. Oh, come on. Is it really gonna be like this game? Yeah, let's finish it off. It's more important. Well, I already got lucky finding them. So look, I can't really complain here. You know, that's amazing. I'd like to get these guys back. I think they're in a very dangerous position. So I'm gonna focus on beating these two on the next 2 turns, while trying to be careful not to overcommit. So they don't have any fighters. Okay, I have to admit that's pretty lucky. With pretty lucky, I mean I'm really lucky this turn. That's all right. Alright, so in order for them not to get mauled, it's probably best to put the AT gun here. Because neither of these guys are visible, but say that they were to, for example, put up a recon, well, it would get blocked here already. Yeah, maybe it would have been fine either way. Well, what's done is done now. Yeah, let's get you to that sweet-ass airfield here. Ooh, no rain, but cloudy. Perfect. Extremely happy by that. Alright, let's get you around. They're gonna need some fuel and ammo soon, though. Well, okay, so if I shell it again, it's fully suppressed. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just wait for a turn. All right. Now that we've taken that, let's reorganize ourselves. First of all, make sure we're refueled and finish off the stragglers. Or try to finish them off at least. Okay, so I don't really expect anything to come from here anymore. They've already suicided their precious Jean-Jacques, so it can't be that bad. The only problem is that if I move in here, I don't really have a place to retreat. So I'd rather use the Panzerjäger to take it over a tank, which gets destroyed just as quickly in the city. Right, so let's do some scouting. One, two. Like, I think this is a pretty good place for ambushes of the enemy, but gonna have to be careful on this side too. So that will allow me to attack that on the next turn and hopefully destroy them. As the enemy cannot see anything that of me right now except these two. So if I were to protect something, it would have to be that from enemy bombs. Get you back to the airfield. Quite a few of these guys are long overdue, so that's why this middle airfield was so important. Get you in the city. I actually should have put them 1x back, because then I could have done the victory hex trick, which I'm still looking to do, but then these guys would be more entrenched. So it would only be the better. Alright, let's keep these guys as a reserve, though. This is this forest hex? No, it's clear. I'm a bit afraid. Because if they are gonna come from there again, I kinda to move you back. Yeah. Nice, but they have more airplanes and tanks. Let's hope nothing else can reach the recon. Okay. I did run into a couple of enemy planes here. And we know they have plenty more, at least you could see them. Okay, I should be able to do some good bombing attacks though. First of all, let's get rid of this thing. Oh, right. Silly me, silly me. Not paying any attention. It's not the end of the world. If I attack this, my bombers can go free. But that certainly is unfortunate. I have to say, it was really stupid because I even saw that they were there, but I just wasn't paying any attention. Which is really dumb, of course. Right. Shell them. They might or might not retreat from this, but they're gonna be in trouble either way. They did. So I'm bombing these so they're out of vision. Not that it really matters because the enemy fighters are spent. So attacking here, probably a bit too risky without artillery support. I do have you still to finish off the bomber. Or not. Huh. Who would have guessed? Anti-aircraft. Well, that has them surrender, and I think this should also be a good defensive position anyway. So the question is, what odds do they have? 10 times, 14% chance. Ah, that's rough. You know, I think that even with the situation like this, I'm still gonna try and force that attack on the enemy. And let's move the infantry to be a bit flexible too. This should be safe. So oh yeah, they can see the infantry, but this is protected. Another bomber, huh? So they're all going down here, so being able to take this down and take that airfield should cause serious disruption to their air operations. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I expected worse somehow. Yeah, they retook the airfield, and that's the issue here. Really? I need to retake it this turn. Okay. That's gonna be difficult, but I can do it. These guys do have to work with me, though. That's not working with me. Neither is that. So, my purpose here is to damage the enemy units as much as possible and on as many separate units as possible. So, the least amount of units is going to try and attack the Panzer IV. That's also why I put the bridge pioneers and trucks out here in the hope of luring enemy units onto it. Because otherwise I'm gonna lose my bomber and that will be bad. Let's pull you back and hope that they're not going for it. I mean, yeah, there's little else I can do than to pray they won't. You guys already need to fly back. Same for you. And why they're not even close to their airfield is beyond me. There's no real need to attack this, although I guess damaging anything would be nice. Right. Let's just go. Putting that down to 8. So the only thing that can really damage it are the char and the infantry. The rest can still attack, but it's debatable whether they will do so. Or that they're going after the bridge pioneers. Either way, it's a very problematic situation to something which looked to be going well. And I might also make it alluring for the AI to attack the Panzer unprotected on the river. And heck, if they want to go in here and attack my artillery, they can do that too. They can do anything. Right. Switching you up to this side. If they move these guys up, then I can shout with the anti-aircraft. Okay, let's pray I don't lose half of my army here. You though? Yeah, I can actually put them here. Okay, Charwind for that. Perfect, perfect. Really good. You repair, you repair. Anti-aircraft doesn't matter. And... oh, yes. Okay, good. Good so far. Oh, wow. And they survived. Perfect. And my air units regained fuel. Etc, etc. Whew, okay. Yeah, this map is tricky. Very tricky. So, oh yeah, it's raining. So I can't really expect too much from this. 9/8. Well, I am willing to do a wager at that point. Can't attack with any other units, but sure. It's still fine. Let's see if we can't trap a few enemies into attacking me. So unfortunately I do need to guard this because the AI would repair this guy otherwise. But meanwhile I'm gonna prepare to take that while they repair their airplanes. Not on this turn, but on the next turn, of course. At least I have this protected and they shouldn't be able to get in there. Now, one other problem that I have here is that... oh no, I can actually retreat. Okay. Let's lure the enemy into attacking then. Let's give you fuel and ammo. You need to go back significantly more. That was silly of me because that's... I should have put these guys in here. That was the idea. I'm not playing very well here. Why would you go like this? That doesn't seem like the best idea ever. Now that I messed up like that, there's actually very little. Well, I'm still. Yeah, I'm still looking to do this, I guess. Oh, come on. Really? Oh boy. Alright, let's see, because for those that don't have a lot of fuel, going back by there is the only option. So they kind of need to stay put. Except you get to go back and refuel there. These are all fine for the most part. Right, this is gonna hurt extremely much, and I might lose 1 or 2 units here. Okay. Okay, 1 damage so far. Okay, that was definitely not as bad as I thought it would be. You got the 3 stars, huh? Mostly because they repaired most of the units, so guess that works. They didn't even take their airfield, which is even more surprising, but it seems like they're also moving up to this side. Either way, if I take this, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I always see it, huh? Alright, what I can do here is just take the damage on you. I guess now I'm gonna take double damage, but or triple damage. Well, like they say, fuck me. No. No, that ain't happening. Because I want you to get fuel and ammo. You move in here. And you in here. And you're just gonna get your nice supply and stuff for this turn. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Okay, so fuel and ammo for both of these. Situation here, problematic, but I'm gonna keep on bombing in this area, regardless of that anti-aircraft gun. And also soften them up. So, if they're gonna go and break through here, which they're likely to do, I need to set up some good defenses. And the problem is, this thing has way too much vision. And there's a char also, not to forget that. But the biggest challenge here is to, well, first of all, where can you go? So there's no doubt that you're going to be pulled back. What is your range? 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that means that moving here should be pretty safe. Just like here. And since I cannot move into this hex, there's practically nothing I can do. Like, these guys are not gonna attack into this, but there is a unit going to move into that hex and attack. Like, there's no doubt that this is what's gonna happen. Okay, so what I am gonna do, because I need to repair already anyway, let's just attack there, so that finishes off the cavalry. There doesn't seem to be any more infantry out there. And these guys can't reach it. So if I just pull you off the line and destroy that, they might be in a decent spot. The emphasis on decent. And the emphasis on might. Yeah. So I think I can take the airfield back relatively soon. Or yeah, I basically have to move this here and hope I don't lose it. If I lose it, I lose it. It happens. I can also, oh wow, I could have taken that airfield. Man. Yeah. That would have been pretty smart. Unfortunately, that's not what I do. Play smart. Okay. That's useless. Okay, yeah. Unsurprising. They're gonna hit that. They still didn't take that airfield. They still didn't take the airfield. It's just so strange. Well, Nice and clean does it, at least on that attack. Seems like they have quite a few guys coming in here. Now, I thought it would be time for the anti-aircraft to go, but I don't think I have what it takes to do that yet. There we go. I just don't know how I'm still in this and how I still didn't lose a unit. It's just, I have no clue how that happened. Alright. Let's not use the fighter for that. Now, I think Captain Armand here is a bit too scary at 12 strength. So, I think it's better if he gets taken down a notch. So they're gonna get pushed back regardless. I don't see a way to destroy this, but what I'm gonna do then, still just attack. Gotta try. No. Still have a shot at destroying it though. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or not. Like, again, I'm confused about the movement of the units. Did you get any feel? Did it get some? But I think they're still stopped by the enemy. Alright, let's just see what taking that airfield does for this unit's range. Alright, let's I don't think this airfield is gonna get taken as quickly as the other one. So let's just bomb it over here. And so each of their unsuppressed strength has 21% chance of dealing damage to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. These guys wouldn't be able to reach. Let's just see though. These guys can reach this hex on the next turn. But if I can push them back. Okay. Then they cannot just go over this. 1, 2, 3. Guess maybe they do. It's a bit unclear to me. But I'll put you guys up there just to block them. And this should look okay. This is also pretty decent attack, but then these guys can come out, and I think at this stage I'd rather just move them here so I can attack the AT gun. The only question remains, how serious do I want to get out here? So taking this and then moving back. Like, what about now? Say that they can go in here. They have a 12 strength. Yeah, I'm gonna bet that. Ah, come on, really? Okay, let's use this. Now, I know this is tricky, but like, I don't have infinite time to do this. So kind of need to get going at some point. Like, this is overdoing it, but alright, so I'm just gonna leave them with that. They need a place to retreat to, so I'm gonna leave that open, as unfortunate as that is. I'm gonna move you back though, up here, and you to keep spawning on this side. Last bomber down. That probably is the last of their airwaves, I would imagine. 5 out of 5. It's time to say goodbye, buddy. Old friend. However you want to call it. Alright. Still have some adversaries over here. One, two, three, four. Okay, so I can't move in there. Still too tough. Let's see. They might not retreat if I just attack, or they get destroyed. Well, you don't hear me complain about that. Definitely not. Okay. With that out of the way, I still don't know how many other units they have down there, but right now I can at least take this. One, two, three, four. Alright, so as long as the char can't reach, I feel pretty secure. And I'm gonna wager a shot. This is 4. This is unlikely it's gonna get destroyed here. Wow, really? Well, with this weather, it's not gonna happen either, but... Let's refuel on Oladir. And 1, 2, 3, so even if I attack... just gotta give me a break. Like... that at some point it just gets crazy here. Like 11% and the other one was a suppression. Well, 2 more infantry down. I'm gonna move you in here. As crazy as it sounds, because now they can technically move up. If they move through here, at least they'll be blocked by this, because I'm a bit afraid that something might come from here. Let's say they have a cavalry. It comes down here, gets into the city, attacks these guys. It can pretty easily destroy them. Whereas if I now move back and... it's very likely they're just going to repair with them. So I feel that if I allow them to take this, they're probably going to attack with the infantry. And then I can deal another damage to that and destroy it. So I think that's looking pretty good then. Meanwhile, I can keep these guys over in reserve so that if something else happens, I can attack there. I do have very limited turns left, so to say, so I do feel like I need to take some liberties into advancing. That might be a bit too much. So let's say they have a unit here. There's 1, 2. Yeah, let's go here then. Because now I want to place... I want to place my artillery in such a way that I can shell this. And also attack. So I'm taking a lot of liberties here on the assumption that this is gonna go well. One, yeah. But like I said, I kind of feel like I need to take these liberties now. So 1, 1, 2. Let's just... Alright. Really? Wow. Oh, right, they couldn't go in there. Okay, but the weather is good, and it seems like most of the enemy units have been cleared now, so... At least that's how it looks like. So let's... Okay, I don't need to shell it immediately. Let's do things down here first, because these guys are so battered. I don't have any good attacks, really. Alright, I need the Air Force, first of all, to clear out the... Let's see, because you're gonna do poorly against either... Where's my third fighter? Alright, so I need this, I guess, to be successful. So this is 6, this is 4, this is 7 and 4. Gotta admit that this is pretty hilarious. But we know which airfield they're gonna go. Like, to be honest, they don't really have a lot of places they can go. They have either here or here, and they're gonna be destroyed either way. So I should not really have any trouble here because I am likely going to take their airfields anyway. All right. We know what they have there, so that should be fine. Okay. That's a problem. But not one I can do a whole lot about. So I'm gonna attack, they're gonna get forced onto this hex. I kind of want the units that are here to be not seen. So I think I can do that, but just need to do this the correct way. Okay, good. So I do kind of need to shell those guys on the next turn. My biggest concern here is just the destruction of these guys. So yeah, I'm still thinking about it. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Like, oh yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and not 1, 2, 3. So getting onto this hex costs 4, not less indeed. So they can only move onto this hex, and then I can see that. Not super useful, because I still wouldn't see what's in there. Yeah, the only consolidation I have is that they have artillery backup. It's empty. Okay. I'm actually gonna put them here because that way I'm putting you here, but you're already going down, so I can attack this thing. Alright, so I don't need artillery backup on that. It's still a problem if they would suddenly go up. I don't think that's likely to happen. And if they do, I'm gonna make them run into this. If that's empty, Then I'll use you to take it. Alright, move here, shell anti-aircraft. And I cannot attack it at that point because I'm too far away. But if they do move up, I would like you to be here. Alright, these guys might be of some use over here. I need to start doing something with this tank, so they can't be of use here. I mean, they're okay here against the bunker, but like, how much good would it do me to damage that and destroy that? I don't think that much. Can try to at least take the airfield and destroy the anti-aircraft gun. That's okay. Maybe. If they feel like coming out and attacking that, that's also fine by me. Okay. Good enough. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to attack these guys at least with the artillery ones. These guys have less range. I'm gonna get them at some point. It's just not now. There we go. There we go. That's a big boy. I need to think about this. So these guys are very likely just to go and repair themselves. Rain is gonna be an issue because actually at that point they're gonna go back to 10 strength. Maybe it would have been better to take it out immediately, but now I would have to move you guys up again. Which I can definitely do, but alright. Alright, you need fuel and ammo. You need fuel and ammo. Oh, hello. Can I really stay stuck on something like this? Alright, so what do I have left anyway for this turn? So these bombers not really gonna do a whole lot of great stuff for now. So how about you? I mean, if I were to attack this, I can finish that off. That'd be nice. I have very little turns left, so I really need to hurry up here. And there's really not a whole lot of time for delay. There's no real need to finish that off either. Alright, I'm just gonna bypass this and also take a look. Okay, so they have an infantry in there. Alright, so this might seem a bit silly, but there are either two options here. So what I'm forcing is these guys can either just run away, attack the trucks and not repair, and get hammered by the anti-aircraft gun next turn anyway, or they can repair and get hammered by the anti-aircraft gun next turn anyway, or they can indeed attack something like this. There's nothing else that can attack here, but I'm forcing the char here, even though that's it's gonna hurt me. Yeah, screw this game. I mean, I know I'm taking risks, but why do you always have to hit me so hard? Why, oh why? So if they have units bought here, at least I'm at a distance of 2. But it's... Do you have a vision of 2, right? Yeah, it's clear. An anti-tank gun. Okay. Okay, game. That's empty. That's mighty interesting. Wow. Oh, come on. No, don't buy any units. Why am I messing up the final stages of this map? I was not supposed to do this. And luckily, at least, they don't get pushed back. Okay. It's just unbelievable the damage they're taking there. Right, I don't need to destroy the strong point. I just need to finish off this guy. Where's my other artillery? Artillery? The artillery? Oh, here you are. Seems like this game really wants to mess with me in the last couple of turns. That's real funny. Okay, at least I have everything covered. So even if they wanted to buy something there, they can't. They can't do it here. They could do it down there or here for the next turn. And I just have to see how that works out, I guess. Let's leave you here because it's the only thing that they can take. Okay, it's turn 17. I don't think this thing is gonna do a whole lot anymore. Yeah. Why always with the buying? That's so messed up. Alright. Let's actually lower those entrenchments. So say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come put you in there. One, two, three, four. Oh yeah. They're gonna get blocked. They're gonna get blocked. Right, well. That's super useful. Take that. So the problem is I kind of want to move these guys over to that side, but I can't. I would. It's just terrible. I could give them regular replacements just to put them back up to 10. I think actually I'm gonna do that. That sounds crazy, but I just feel that this might be one of the only ways. I'm also gonna move you. I have very little turns to take that stuff, and I feel really threatened here. Really, 5 damage. Just I'm surprised it didn't destroy my unit outright, actually. And instead of giving me more of that, just unbelievable. Okay, that's down to 5. So should be able to take that on the next turn with what I have. Oh. That means you're gonna go. I don't rightly have anything else to deal damage with. So I will. Yeah. Bringing everything I got at them. Would serve them nicely to give me at least a fair chance. But alright, they're probably just gonna rebuy something there. Like, I'm getting rightly pissed off here. Just by the amount of shit that they can buy. You are getting out of ammo. This is not looking good. Not looking good at all. One, two, three. So this one is already useless. Thought I was doing pretty well on speed, but because they bought so much stuff, suddenly I'm in serious problems and also taking damage left and right. $23 ammo. Sure, I don't mind getting elites, and I'm gonna get some regulars here too. If I need to, I will try to throw everything I got at them. Even though I know it means like that I'm gonna get crazy amounts of damage here. For little to no gain. So I have to think pretty hard on this one, but I think I might have a solution. Maybe. and 6, huh? Alright. Because they cannot go into the swamp. No. But alright, that's not the greatest. But if yeah, I might still force it to surrender, then technically it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These be pushed back. Okay. Because I come on. Whew, okay. Talking about stressful. Maybe I could have put the infantry in there, but but I all right. Well, you don't hear me complaining, getting seven movement on Oladir. I guess he's just gonna walk all over the map. All right. Have to be careful still. So the question here really is which units are like, I don't know what attacking the truck would do. Probably cause massive damage. Yeah, they can still see that, so they can always go up and attack there. At least I got this. Nothing there. Man, I got butchered in this map. Let's roll the briefing. After the enemy's turn, of course. Yeah. Huh. Well, that was a complicated last turn. I got a lot of hits, but yeah, I got annihilated on this map. That counteroffensive is really tough, and I got in some serious trouble trying to hold on to that airfield. I still don't even know how I managed to hold on. That was absolutely crazy. And then the thing with the bunker, I did not know that the bunkers had such a high rate of fire. It, even at 6 strength, it had 9 attacks. So basically it has a rate of fire of 150. I'm gonna have to check that, because if it was 120, which is the highest for most units, then the rate of fire would be 8. Because basically 20% is 1.2, so the maximum, if they round it up, would be 8, like 7.2 rounded up. So 9 would really have to be indeed 130, 150, because yeah, otherwise it would just be, I guess you could say 140 as well if you round it up, but that's the only other choice. So those bunkers, they're absolutely crazy with the rate of fire. And then of course the enemy building stuff here, even in the end it looked like I had a reasonable amount of turns. But then I just wasn't able to push through my artillery fast enough. And like at some point there was this moment where I knew they were buying units here, and I felt like I was forced to move my artillery down to the other side because I knew they had built everything full already. And I don't know whether that was a mistake or not, because it did cost me the use of the artillery, but I guess I made it with gargantuan losses to my air units in order to beat this. But let's go to the briefing here. Alright, never allow some cats into your room while you're recording. Congratulations, Herr General. The French defensive line, like so many before it, has been completely crushed by your efforts. With this astounding victory, the ability of the French to resist is quickly vaporizing, and now you must take advantage of this weakness to complete your victory over France. Drive your panzer south. And that's it. So I'm going to end the video here. I want to thank you for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this episode. And see you all next time in Dijon. Take care. Bye-bye.